So I moved it 7th thou total, 2 one way and 5 the other from when I had it. So that's where we're going to cut now. So you kind of eyeball it. Still looks pretty close to me. We're pretty centered. But see, it's nowhere looking centered on how the studs cut. So
right.
looks like you're way the hell off. Pretty even.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Here's where everybody said, just put a left-handed drill in there and it'll come right out. Yeah, rarely. It will rarely work. As I did the last one, it didn't come out. There wasn't a single part of that stud came out.
I thought you brought those fancy extractors not so long ago when you were in Vegas.
I buy all kinds of fancy shit. It doesn't even work. These are all these fancy drills that are supposed to work. Where's the used one at? All look the same. That one's colored different. Which one's the used one? The one with the bits on it? And the one with the rust on it?
Probably the bits. That one's a little discolored too.
It's definitely been chucked up. So this one's definitely used. It's probably the last one I used. So these go backwards. Damn it. See how the spiral's this way and the spiral goes that way? So this one cuts this way. This one cuts this way. Backwards. So if it wants to come out, it'll come out. Now the problem with this is it's a twist lock chuck.
Yeah, so you.
It loosens the chuck.
Right.
It loosens the chuck up as you go. Okay, let me drop down a little bit. If it does want to unscrew, I got room to let it unscrew. Otherwise it would dig in. We're almost bottomed out. I can feel it. All right, so let's see what happens here. Full pressure. You don't see it unscrewing any, do you?
Nope.
So I'm jerking and I'm pushing, let go, push, trying to get to dig in. Because you want to dig in, that's how it comes out.
And then.
You see, it ain't doing squat. That's going through. So much from the left-handed bit's doing anything. This one isn't moving. Just like the last one I did, it ain't moving. Okay, so we tried, right? Once again, that don't work. You know how many times that's actually worked?
0.
Twice.
Really?
You know how many times it's moved while you use the conventional bit? About 10 times. Still gets loose. If it moves, it gets loose.
What about slowing it right down? Would that help? To get it to bite?
Now. Okay, we're zeroed out up there. Not hit anything. So what's the chance of this working? 0. If it was going to move, it would have moved already. See it moving in there?
Nope.
Because it ain't. they didn't move while you're drilling it, they don't move this way either. And like all these Evo studs, they're locked in, they're solid. Twin cams, they're not as hard. Twin cam or Evo studs just do not move. They got some kind of a locking thread or something, these damn things. They do not come out. That's why, unless they're totally screwed up, you don't even try to take them out. And even by then, it's too late. You wind up cutting them out like we're doing right now. Okay, so we tried doing it that way. That is a failure. Now you know what we're going to do, right?
Drill it, tap it.
Drill it out. Tap drill on 5/16 course through it. I think it's an F drill. Yep. You know what an F drill is? It would be 257,000, otherwise known as a loose quarter inch. So what size we put the hole in here already, you know? Wasn't that big. Here's a number 4. Yeah, number 4. So we screwed up the hole right now by putting the easy out in there. It's trying to go in. It's not number 7. Nope. Keep going until we find it. I could go measure that drill, but it's too easy. So it's trying to go in the hole, but not quite. That's because the thread, it's got a
So
square
square
hole.
now, right?
It's actually bigger than this. See, one advantage of a milling machine, I can put it right back in the same spot. So you don't have to worry about it being off center. Up. So we don't want to go all the way this size on one shot. So we're going to try number 1 because we still don't know if we're on center. We might be off center. If you go too big all one shot and you're off center, then you cut out the threads that you're trying to save. Even this is a big increase in one shot, but we'll see what happens here. So, I don't see any aluminum. Looks like we're all steel. Yep. That drill bit sounds pissed off.
Yeah, did not sound happy.
Yeah, it's got, it's hard. The bolt was case hardened a little bit. So we're cutting through some hard ass metal. A little less RPM. Which can't go much lower. We're already low. So it's pretty accurate for drill. See, it's dulling a little bit. My good drills are not being happy. Okay, so that's 228. This was the F. So next one down, 234. I'll go right to quarter inch. Quarter inch, 246 is the next one, under quarter. Ain't worth doing it different. This looks like a new bit. We're pretty close because we're only cutting a few thou here. Hopefully don't hit any threads.
Don't see any. Must be getting close though.
I don't see any aluminum. I see a little spiral right here.
Oh yeah.
I'm not seeing any aluminum. I think we're within 5 thou being centered, it looks like. I think we're cutting aluminum. Yeah, we're cutting aluminum. See the spirals right there?
Yeah.
So we're about 5 thou.
It's starting to chip out.
We're about 5 thou too close that way. Remember I moved it in about 2 thou?
Mhm.
Shouldn't have done that. Was that Jim's tool?
Yeah, it's Jim. Again. Thanks, Jim.
Jim's got me. So we keep cutting that or we stop? Problems we're not getting, can't get the thread out of there yet.
This doesn't come out the top.
Well, I want to try to get the whole insert out of there.
Right. See how this is?
Yeah, I know, but you're not going to ever get it out of there. See, it's not going to ever touch. So we're down to almost nothing for cutting. So we're hoping to get a hold of something, but doubtful it's going to do anything. It'd be nice if it would unscrew at this point, but I didn't hold my breath. See, it doesn't move. See, it's not threading. I think it's trying to, but it's not. This will screw up the threads because
You'll start to
it'll hog the thread out when you do it. Oop. Didn't move.
I think it's just that top piece is broken off. See?
Well, it's just basically a helicoil. I'm just hoping it's trying to move below it though. Is it coming or is it just top part coming? I think it's coming.
Nice.
Alright.
Some of it.
That's how close to center we are. Yeah. The problem is as this stuff breaks off, it breaks drill bits.
Right.
Your cuticle came off. I'm going to drop down that 4 thou. Nope, that's 250. Which one am I on? This one's 250. It's the one we had. D drill is 246. Oh, there's a 242 also. I'm gonna go to 246. The problem is it's going to. Those little pieces will dig in, they'll wad up and snap things off.
Right.
Or it'll tear up the thread. Hard to thread out is good, but it's also bad because that was protecting the thread. Having that little coil in there.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's no protection on that thread, it can wad it all up. So to keep from breaking the drill, instead of tightening up much, barely tighten it.
So it gives it a chance to spin forward.
Keep cleaning the chips out. I can feel it wadding up in there. See all that stuff is wadding up in the thread below.
Mm-hmm.
The easiest thing to do is just drill it out and helix a little bit. Trying to keep the original thread. Sure. Quite close.
Yeah, there mustn't be much left.
That was aluminum I just cut.
Felt soft.
It was aluminum. See the color change?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you can see I'm barely touching the thread on this side, down in there real deep. It says barely a spiral. Because I pulled that 2 thou out wall, because it was 4 thou smaller.
Mm-hmm.
So that gave us the material back in there.
Oh, right, nice.
So that protected that thread. We were able to drill it straight down without doing any damage. It didn't wad up and grab the drill either, which was better. So now we're going to try to just cut it out with a tap. Hopefully the tap will catch it. It'll just break the thread as it goes down. Basically,
Just
push
keep
it out of the
pulling.
way.
Right.
What do I do with the other drill? There's that drill somewhere. Where did I put it? There's the drill.
Yeah. On that one?
No, that was already out. That might be it though. No. It's gonna be it now. 'Cause I don't want to rip it out.
Bits in the gap.
No, I might have replaced it. I replaced a bunch of them now already. Alright, we need my taper tap. So we can either use a plug tap or a taper tap. So this one's going to do more pushing and shoving. This one's going to do more cutting. So this is going to be more gentle trying to remove the metal. But if it wants to wad up, it'll tear it up. This here, it'll just push the metal out of the damn way. It'll just shove it down.
Mm-hmm.
But it also has a lot of pressure on the thread, so it's going to cut the thread as it goes. So this will have less pressure build up. So I'm not sure which one's going to work better. But I like to err on the tapered side first. Okay, and we know we're about 4 thou off, too far that way. So we're gonna move it that way. I think 5 thou. That way it's going to try to cut the heavier metal in on this side, if it has an option.
Mm-hmm.
Put it neutral. So this is our tapered tap. I'm going to try to catch the thread. So we're catching the thread now. So now we're cutting. Screw, so all the chips in there, threads. heard one go that way.